You're never gonna make it, you're not good enough. There's a million other people with the same stuff. You really think you're different? Man, you must be kidding. Think you're gonna hit it, but you just don't get it. It's impossible, it's not probable, you're irresponsible. Too many.
What's up, Unstoppable Squad? Today we have another results for AEW, but not just AEW Rampage or AEW Dynamite. It's the debut show of AEW Collision results here on this channel. I'm Unstoppable Denominator, and over the phone we got my good buddy.
I'm Peter P. What's going on?
So, first things first, let's talk about what an awesome show it was, and not just that, we kicked off with CM Punk cutting a big ass promo during the show. Man, he had a lot to say.
Yeah, he did.
He had a lot of things to get off his chest. And he came out with with shoes around his neck. He even came out with a red bag. Who knows what the red bag was about? I think I know what it is during this promo, actually.
Yeah, same here.
So, I'll talk about that in a minute here. But, he took the AEW logo off the microphone and just tossed it. You notice that?
Yeah, so he had a lot of stuff to say.
Yep. So, pretty much, he said that he's tired of being a nice guy.
Which I don't blame him.
Yep.
Even in normal walks of life, usually if you're nice to people for so long, they can start taking advantage of your kindness.
Exactly.
And what do? They end up being snakes, and they end up biting you in the ass for it.
Yep. To be honest with you guys, that's what happens to me a lot. So I end up being too nice to too many people, and it bites me in the ass.
Yep, it happens to all of us, but I mean, what can we do? People suck.
Yep, they do.
Yep. Doesn't make us bad people. It doesn't make the other person a bad people. It just makes something. But some people are just meant to get along together.
Right.
And that's okay.
Exactly. And there's a lot of people that hate me. Some people could hate you. Some people could hate anybody on this show. I don't give a rat's ass what anybody thinks about me. I'm just gonna be me, and if that's not enough for you, well, too bad. You can get out. And ever since I started doing the wrestling news on this channel, I haven't had any complaints in a while. But then a lot of hate comments saying, "Oh, look at this guy, stuttering a lot. You need to shut up, you idiot," and blah, blah, blah. I delete those comments because I am not taking that negativity on this channel anymore. I'm sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry. You have an uncontrollable stuttering issue.
Exactly. I can't help myself stuttering. I stutter a lot. I am a grown-ass adult who's 30 years old who can't stop stuttering.
Yep.
I have what's the disease called? I forgot. ADHD. Sorry. Yes, I forgot about that. But if you people are bullies that can't, you should be all, I don't know. I don't want to say it, but you guys are not right in the head for picking on somebody that has ADHD and that has problems speaking.
Mm-hmm.
Because you are such a bully. What happens if that happened to you and stuff? But anyways, we're gonna enough said. But anyways, if you told a 15-year-old CM Punk that he will sell out a lot of stadiums, he wouldn't believe any of us. I agree.
I agree.
So,
hey, I'm just gonna say this about CM Punk, and now personally, I'm a fan, but I can understand why people wouldn't be a fan of Punk. He's kind of I wouldn't say he's an acquired taste. He's just like 100% himself.
right.
Every time. That's one thing I can't take. That's one thing you can't hold against him. He's 1,000% real with whatever he says.
You're right.
Now this is all I'll say about it. You can say, and he addresses this in the promo too. I'll let you get to it when you do, but say what you want about him.
Love him or hate him, he's gonna be there.
What I respect about Punk, even though he's nowhere near my favorite wrestler of all time or whatever, but
right.
but I am a fan of what he does. He's very unapologetic in every scenario he's ever been in.
Yep.
So what that means is, you see someone, and I'm guilty of it too. I'm not going to be a hypocrite here. I'm guilty of this exact same scenario myself. You see all these people, and they go around, like, maybe they make a decision that changes their life, right?
Yep.
Or not, it doesn't really have to change their life or whole outlook on it. But it just, and then they give up, or they say, "Oh, I'm sorry, this isn't me," or like, "I'm sorry, I'll do better," or I'm, right? So say what you want about Punk. You could call him an asshole. You could call him, he might be your favorite wrestler or not. But what I do respect about him the most is that he will not compromise himself, whether he's a heel or a face.
Right.
He's 1,000% himself.
Yep. He is. And inside the ring or outside the ring, he'll be himself 100%.
Yep.
So
and when he says, when he was saying, "Tell me what I'm telling lies,"
yep.
I'm saying, well, what can I say? He's hit the nail on the head every single time.
Exactly. Which I did write this here as well. That he is tired of telling lies. The truth is painful. Love him or hate him, he is always right.
I can't say I disagree.
Yep. So, but he will never compromise. He is sorry that the people that, okay, so this is a huge, like a shot towards the Bucks.
Oh yeah.
He said that, not the Bucks. He also shot out at the Elite, saying that they're softer and they can't handle the damn truth.
Not just that. He called them counterfeit Bucks.
Yeah, that too. Meaning as shooting right at the Bucks.
Mm-hmm.
So
I was watching that, and I'm like, these are direct shots at the Elite.
Yep.
They have to be.
They are. They're even not ringside news. Russell Talk. Even I was just watching it before you called.
Mm-hmm.
That they even said these are going right towards the elite, the Young Bucks.
Yep. And whether you're a fan of them or not.
Yep.
These are direct shots.
Yep.
And you can take them how they are, but I'm just saying, and back to reiterating my previous statement about him being unapologetic, and he's also saying, tell me when I'm telling lies. Well, I don't really know what to say here, other than, stuff is about to get real very quickly.
Right, and this is why they pretty much made the show for him.
Mm-hmm.
So, but pretty much there's a red bag, and the red bag is for the dog collar match. As he pulled it up and held it up in the air, he said he will lose it once someone pins or submits him. Meaning,
it has to be the AEW title.
Yeah, because reason why is because he never lost the belt.
Yeah, he didn't. It was kind of just like Finn Balor never lost his Universal title.
Right, and that's why I want to see him as the Demon against Seth Rollins.
Right. And I hope he wins it.
But
he never really got a fair shot.
Well, we know that he won't lose it because Seth Rollins.
Yeah, Seth Rollins is basically the most over person in WWE right now.
Right.
If he's a heel, everybody boos him. If he's a face, everyone loves the guy.
Right.
They're singing his song there, and every time he's in the middle of the ring, he just whenever he lands a strike, they cheer. Whether he takes a strike, they boo. So it's everybody loves Seth Rollins. It's the same as everyone loved John Cena when he was prime. It's just I don't expect Finn to win, but I do think he should.
Right. But off topic again. We always do that, guys.
Back on topic.
But when he talked about the shoes, there are a lot of filling to do in the shoes of CM Punk. Which, yes, there is. Because, he's been around for a longest time, but not for as long, but he was gone for the longest time, He was
gone 10 months.
No. Before he came, 7 years, I think, or longer?
7 years, I think.
Longer? I don't remember.
7 years, I believe.
But yeah, 7 years he's been gone, but the thing is, there is a lot of filling, because he is a veteran.
Yep.
So.
He sold out the United Center, when he made his original debut, he sold out the United Center.
Yeah, he did.
Based on just a rumor of his appearance.
Yep.
It wasn't confirmed or denied by anybody. They all just knew CM Punk was going to debut in Chicago.
Yep.
On Dynamite, and then he did, and it was still to this day the craziest pop I've ever heard, because I could not hear his music.
Right.
I just saw the logo and everybody just burst into applause.
Yep. CM Punk did a quick shot, like we said, to the Young Bucks. And he did a reminder to MJF about that. He never lost a belt.
Mm-hmm.
So...
I can see a rematch between him and MJF coming up very short.
Or, you know what? Because I did a wrestling news about this, that there could be a new title just for AEW Collision. So they could have whatever they have in that bag of the championship. They could debut a new championship for AEW Collision.
I mean, that would make sense. They don't have a second world title, and other companies do that too. So,
right.
I mean, WWE is a prime example. They have like 1 billion titles, but other promotions have like 2 or 3 world championships. That could be something to keep our eyes on.
Right.
You might be onto something there.
Because I don't know if you noticed, but I've been posting news on the channel now.
Yeah, I have noticed that.
So, but yeah. Reason why is because, gotta have some news,
Hey, to lighten the mood, right?
Right. Just get you guys out there to know what's going on in the professional wrestling world. My buddy, who I'm trying to get on the channel, said, why don't you start doing wrestling news too? Since, you're doing the results. I'm like, yeah, that's what I used to do. Why not? So.
Yeah, why not?
But anyways, we're going to move forward. That promo was one hell of a promo. I'll give that props to CM Punk. Love him or hate him, guys, that was one hell of a promo.
Love him or hate him, he's very unapologetic.
Yep.
And for that, I respect him.
Next, we have Lucasaurus versus Wardlow. And pretty much, this is what, for the no.
This is for the TNT Championship.
Yeah, TNT. Okay, I almost said no.
Yeah, it was for the TNT Championship.
Alright, so...
And it was a very, very quick match.
Yes, it was. And plus, not just that...
When I was watching this, I was like, that's it? When it was over, I was like, that's it? Like,
well, whatever...
on.
Whatever they showed of the highlights on AEW, like I said, when they started putting the highlights at, like, right after the show ended. I was like, that's unusual.
Well, it's probably their debut show, so
right.
They probably delayed it for that reason.
Probably. But Wardlow got the win over... No, Wardlow lost... Yeah, sorry. Luchasaurus won over Wardlow. Luchasaurus is your new TNT champion. And pretty much Wardlow got cracked in the head with a camera by Christian Cage.
Yeah, it was a highway robbery.
Yeah.
But again, I will say it's about time Luchasaurus has a singles title.
Yeah, it's been a long time.
He's been, because I mean he was tag team champions with Jungle Boy, but like he's never
Jack Perry.
held a singles title.
Yeah,
He's never
okay.
held a singles title. So
I want to know is what is up with Jungle Boy Jack Perry? Why is it he being called Jack Perry? Why couldn't they just call him Jungle Boy?
I don't know. That's a Tony Khan question.
Tony Khan, why are you calling him that? There's too much of words into our mouths.
Luchasaurus, like, he was so underutilized for so long but he's a great wrestler.
Yeah,
so
he was
for me, it's about time that he had the singles title.
Luchasaurus was one hell of a good wrestler. I watched him from Lucha Underground. Our good buddy Mitch would even admit he even saw Luchasaurus when he was watching it with me when he used to be a wrestling fan at the time. So, but yeah.
Yeah. I'm happy for the guy, but I mean, Christian Cage is. I mean, yeah, Christian's kind of a dink right now, but it's
great to see Christian Cage.
It's great to see him. It's great to see his unit be more successful now because he was kind of treated like a joke. I don't want to throw shade at the guy, but it's like the more losses he took, like, okay, is this ever going to like go somewhere?
Right.
But now that Luchasaurus is the champion, I'm like, oh, we might have to keep our eyes on this.
Oh, you know what? I just thought about this right now. I have a feeling since Luchasaurus is your champion now, right? Mark my words. How much money do you want to bet that Christian Cage is going to turn on Luchasaurus?
Probably.
And want that belt?
Probably.
I have a feeling that's going to happen.
I'm not going to say definitely because it's not the AEW World Championship that he's holding. But it is a title, and Christian is the legend, and he is, and we saw what he did to Jungle Boy without a title.
Right.
So, yeah, he probably will turn on Luchasaurus at some point, but I don't know if it's going to be, like, right away.
Right. Who knows? You never know.
Yeah.
In professional wrestling.
Maybe it will be next week on Dynamite. Who knows? Who knows?
But, anyways, we'll move on. We have Buddy Murphy versus Andrade El Idolo.
Yay, Andrade's back.
Woohoo! Charlotte Flair's boyfriend or husband or whatever you want to call him.
Yeah. And I don't know if you saw this, but I'm gonna bring it to your attention right now, Unstoppable. After this match got over, Ric Flair tweeted, "Congrats to Buddy Matthews and Andrade El Idolo. Best match I've seen in a year that Miss Charlotte wasn't involved in. Woo. Hashtag AEW Collision."
Wow. I did not. Well, I haven't been much on Twitter last night.
I thought that I wasn't on Twitter. I actually saw it on a wrestling review page's Facebook account. I was like, I probably should bring this to Unstoppable.
Yeah, I didn't see that. I haven't been much on. Well, I was on Facebook before you called as well. But yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's fine. This match was kind of boring, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I saw the highlights. The only thing I wrote down was that knee gave away on Murphy, and Murphy tapped out, and that Andrade El Idolo tried to shake hands to Murphy, and pretty much the House of Black attacked Andrade El Idolo.
Yeah, the post-match stuff was a lot more interesting than the match itself.
Right. I didn't see that one from the AEW, the post-match. I saw this from a fan account, so who videotaped it, and posted on it, on their YouTube. But yeah.
Okay. Cool.
But yeah. Anyways, we got the return of Rusev Day. No, just kidding. I had to say it.
Yeah, too.
We have the return of Nero. going up against Tony Nese.
You know, as much of a joke wrestler Tony Nese is, I am glad Nero is back and has something to work with, because he's been off TV for like too long.
Well, yeah. And like, there was nothing for him, but maybe now that since he's on AEW Collision, he might have something. They might have something for him. So
yeah, they might have new stuff for him. Listen, I'm happy Nero's back. He, like I said, he was gone way too long.
Great. Even
how do you not have something for Nero?
it's like now that you have 3 shows, utilize. You got AEW Dynamite. You have AEW Rampage. Why didn't you have him on Rampage? You have now you have AEW Collision. Use your roster. You have 3. Yeah, you have 3 shows now.
Yeah, there's no excuse for them not to utilize
anyone,
most, if not the entire roster.
Right. You have 3 shows. You're getting rid of 2 other shows that are on YouTube that pretty much probably nobody really watches. I don't watch it.
I used to, but then they increased the timeline, so I'm like, why just not watch Dynamite and Rampage? So right. It's like, I mean, I'm not hating on the rest of the roster, but like, from what I can remember, there wasn't anything groundbreaking on Dark or Elevation, so it's like, I was never really watching it for like a year at this point.
Yeah, I was going to tune into it, but I was like, if you're going to have these people on Dark, use your people from that are on like your roster. Use them.
Yeah.
That's what you are having these shows for. Like, people that are not getting TV time. Use them on AEW Dynamite, AEW Rampage, AEW Collision now. You have 3 shows. Utilize your company. Your superstars. Mm-hmm. You got so many talent. That's the same thing with WWE. Utilize that talent.
Yeah, but WWE is themselves, so...
Right.
Yeah. I don't think they'll ever utilize the roster to their full potential.
Yeah, I know. But pretty much Nero picked up the win over Tony Nese. And next we have Sky Blue and Willow versus the Outcast. And this was an impressive match. Tony Storm pretty much got sprays Ruby Soho in the face with what? Paint spray? Pretty much. I think so. It looked like paint spray, but right into the face of Ruby Soho, and pretty much Ruby Soho got pinned, and Sky and Willow picked up the win there.
Yeah. I thought that match was okay. Definitely better than the last 2. Because I didn't really like Andrade and the Buddy Murphy one. They were okay, but right. It was just this was definitely like the point where I was intrigued to watch the show again. So it was kind of dipping towards the middle, and then it went up slightly. So
right.
It was like Punk opened the show. It was great, and then
that's pretty much how wrestling is. It's like
then the next 2 matches. It's like, okay, what is this?
It's just like the pay-per-view. How the first match is so great. And then it goes wrong. Then the main event goes whoop.
Yeah. And then they save themselves at the end of the main event. But yeah.
But yeah.
This was a good match. It was probably a big win for Sky Blue and Willow and Nightingale to get themselves back into the tag team title picture.
Right.
So good to see a new team win every once and again. And yeah, I think that's all I got to say about it.
Right. So next we have the Acclaim and Daddy Ass come out. They cut a promo.
Yep.
And Daddy Ass has a new outfit.
Yeah.
Who cares?
Yeah.
They pretty much want the...
Scissors.
They pretty much just want the trios title. No shit. Everyone wants the trio titles.
Of course you do. Well, then just challenge the House of Black. Good luck with that.
Yeah, you guys are gonna lose to the House of Black. Okay, compared to the Acclaim to the House of Black, yeah, you're with the House of Black looking like evil team that's gonna hold the belts for a little longer than the Acclaim there.
You know what? Normally I would get pissed with people holding the belts too long, like Roman or Jade Cargill recently.
Yep.
But the House of Black needed to do something like that.
Right.
Because particularly Buddy Matthews and Malachi Black have been so underutilized for the majority of their careers.
Yep.
So by having this lengthy title reign, it kind of gives them more stock to them.
I agree.
So, and I'm not knocking Brody King at all. He's fantastic as well. But it's going to take a really dominant performance to beat them.
Yep.
And I just don't know if any of them have it in them to do it. I'm looking at the trios roster. There isn't much. Maybe Death Triangle or the Elite or maybe the Blackpool Combat Club.
I definitely see the Blackpool Combat Club maybe taking the belts away from
maybe it's got to be like those three are definitely the prime contenders to take the belt off of them, but like I don't know. At least right now, I don't see them losing.
Right.
And certainly not to the Acclaimed and Daddy Ass. I don't see that happening.
If so, it's probably gonna be like the Acclaim will probably be jobbed, pretty much. But I'm not gonna say that, but it's gonna be like a one hell of good match. But
I think it would be a good match, but I just don't see them winning.
Right.
Like Max Caster and Anthony Bowens definitely could give them a run for their money. Like they're tough individuals, but considering I'm just gonna use his real name, Billy. Considering Billy Gunn is like in his 50s right now.
50s, 60s, I don't know.
Yeah, considering he's in his 50s, it's really difficult for me to see a realm where those three can beat the House of Black.
Right.
Because like all it would take is like one fade to black kick or like their finisher, their trio's finisher. So it's like, I don't know. I just can't see them beating.
Yep.
That's just, yeah.
Like you and I said, I think it's the blue. The Blackpool Combat is going to probably face them, but heel versus heel, I don't know. But I think it's going to have to be like the Blackpool Combat has to go back to face if they do win. Go advance them, but I don't know. It has to have like a face versus a heel But I don't know how they're going to do it.
I don't know. But I don't see many of the roster beating them, though.
Right. But anyways, we're going to go to your main event time, ladies and Unstoppable Squad. So we have CM Punk and FTR versus Juice and Jay White. Juice and Jay White and Samoa Joe. Sorry, I forgot Samoa Joe.
Yep. Samoa Joe.
CM Punk and FTR had a great entrance there. I saw.
Yeah, it was a really good entrance.
Pretty much FTR did the collaborating time with CM Punk.
Yep.
That was kind of cool. I'll admit that. But anyways, we're gonna get into this match. Here's the thing is, I saw Spear to White, right? But but it could have been saved. Instead of spearing White out to the ring, why didn't he just go save Punk instead?
Yeah, I don't know.
I noticed that. I was like, why?
I don't know. That was a point I didn't get either.
He could have just went, instead of going to take the opponent out on the outside, you had enough time to break up the pin or the submission hold. Yeah, it was the submission hold. And that was like a duh moment. SMH slap to the head.
All 6 of these wrestlers got their moment. They all look good in this.
Yep.
I don't know. Maybe Punk and FTR become a trio team. I don't know.
Maybe they could, because they are good best friends. So a lot. After the match, CM Punk got a lot of said that off air. He said that he's got a lot of hate for being friends with the FTR, with FTR liking CM Punk, or someone from FTR said that. But
yeah, they did. They had a lot of heat thrown on them because, well, it's mostly because of Punk.
Right, but they are good. They are good friends. Yeah, I can see them good friends with Punk.
But again, like CM Punk, like him or not, he's 1,000% himself.
Right.
So if you're that soft to like really criticize any like FTR for being friends with Punk just because you might hate him, well, like, I don't really know what to tell you, man.
And the thing is, when CM Punk said that there's too many people that are being too soft, right? Think about it. That's why if Immortal Spades was here, he would have agreed. These wrestlers have thick skin. That's what they are doing. They have thick skin.
Yeah, they do. They have to. They have to because of their job. Because some people might not always agree with them.
Yep.
And okay, what are you gonna do? You have 2 options. You can either fold, or you can just stick to your initial plan.
Right.
And I'm not saying all of them do this, but a lot of people tend to take the side of going back on their word.
Yeah.
Just to save either their job status or like money or fame or publicity or whatever. But Punk, as I said before, I can respect Punk for being true to himself. And by FTR siding with him, that has to be said to them too.
Yeah.
Because they clearly took the side of Punk. They clearly are true to themselves as well. So it's like, okay, what are you gonna say to them that will make them listen to you? Nothing, really.
Right, I agree. But
so yeah, I think Immortal Spades would definitely have a lot more to say about that. But I do believe,
if you guys are wondering why Immortal Spades hasn't been around, it's because he's been working a lot, guys. I've been trying to get him down here. Like, Wednesday he was supposed to be here, but as soon as I told him I'm on my way home from work, he goes, I just got called in to work. I'm like, of course.
Of course you did.
The one day I was hoping to have him for a show. That's why I was going to... Because he told me Wednesday he was going to do the show with me. So that's why I didn't ask you on Wednesday or that Thursday. Sorry, Thursday for AEW.
Right.
So
then he had to call. Then he had to go to work.
Yep. But that's why Immortal Spades hasn't been around. It's because he's been working a lot, and they've been screwing up his schedule. Hey, don't blame me. Hey, I would love to have Immortal Spades here on the show, guys. I know you guys.
I would like to do a show with Immortal Spades myself. So it's like the old days, but
right.
Sometimes life gets in the way.
Yep.
Sometimes life gets in the way of things you plan for yourself.
Yep.
So, whether that be work or,
life.
having a wife or having kids, sometimes life will get in the way of things that you plan.
Yep. But anyways, on Stop Squad, we do want to say is that FTR and CM Punk did win. And right after the show, I don't know if you saw something on YouTube, but after the show, CM Punk did talk about some stuff off air.
I did not see that.
Okay, I'll have to send you the link to it. He did say some stuff off air, and he brought in a fan into the ring, and this kid was battling cancer, chemo, and everything. So, see, CM Punk is not that bad of a guy. He told a fan to come into the ring. And did you not realize, I forgot to add this in from the promo, that CM Punk did call out on the fans' posters. The Pepsi,
Pepsi Phil.
Yep, Pepsi Phil. What else there
CM
was?
Punk's my hero. CM Junk, I think, was
Yeah.
one of them.
Yeah, and then off the air, he did mention something about someone misspelling his, one of his names on the posters. So.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, he doesn't care if you boo or cheer him.
Yep. He don't.
As long as he doesn't compromise himself, he doesn't really give a shit.
But anyways, on Sabbath Squad, let us know in the comments below what you guys thought of AEW Collision's debut or in the premiere. You guys, I'm actually going to post this in the premiere. It's going to be uploaded late, but as usual. But anyways, on Sabbath Squad, thank you guys for watching. I know Peter P's got to get going. He's got to get to going for work. So we're going to end it here on Stop Squad. I'm Unstoppable.
I'm Peter, and we are officially
Out.
out.
Peace.
Hey everybody, it's your boy Skiz here. And if you don't subscribe to Juan and the Unstoppable Denominator, then you are a toothy bumfuck, pussy ass bitch motherfucker.